Ben Pine in the WHAS 11 News First Alert Storm Team Weather Center on this Wednesday evening at 9:04 p.m. on this February 23rd, 2022. And you can see right behind me there, we are tracking a little bit of wintry weather on the way. There is a new winter weather advisory out for much of the viewing area because we might see a little bit of a glaze of some icing and also the potential for a little sleet as well. Very dry air at the surface, so it's taking a little time, even though it's showing up on the radar, to actually hit the ground. Really not much impacts here so far across the area, but certainly let me know, and you might be seeing some of that wintry weather in your neck of the woods. Let me make sure everything's streaming okay. Thanks for joining us on our Facebook Live and also on our YouTube streaming as well. And so this is kind of the initial wintry batch of weather that we have for tonight. And actually behind this, it's going to end up being drier late tonight. So we'll get this out of the way. Tomorrow morning, maybe just a little bit drizzly out there. There could be some light icing, especially over the northern half of the area. And then it is a cold rain tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. Probably my least favorite weather. Significant icing, probably my least favorite, but cold rain is right behind it. I'd rather have the snow, I think. All right, so it looks like everything's operational. Let's see who's tuning in, and we will get right to our winter weather advisory coverage here on this Wednesday night. Lynn Jansen, thanks for tuning in. Melinda Beeson, Lisa Elker, Robin Edwards. Robin, I agree. I am over winter. This is the time, usually when we do a poll, in the beginning of winter, we go through this every year, like November, December. Everybody wants the snow, bring on the snow, bots, all that stuff. And then by end of February, it's like, we're done. I'm sure there's a few still out there that want winter to linger on, but I'm ready for some springtime activities. Barbara Ray, thanks for tuning in here tonight as well. Jeff Mattingly, Bonnie Lindberger from Mount Washington, Tammy Stanley from NAB, Kathy Mattingly wants the spring as well. Joanne Steinhelber, thanks for tuning in here tonight. We've got Christina Tilburg, Mike Darnell, Sharon Smith. Sharon Smith, I do have some good news. Once we get this messy, nasty, gross weather out of here tomorrow, actually it'll be tomorrow late night, then we've got a dry outlook, and I'll show you that in the 7-day forecast here in just a moment. Laura Hart, thanks for tuning in here. Christina is never done with the snow. Judy Giles, thanks for tuning in. Ellen Partenheimer from Radcliffe. Ann Helm. Ann Hale. Debbie Pettit. Cindy Owens from Bedford, Indiana. Christopher Haycraft is ready for the springtime. Carolyn Huddleston from Newcastle. We got Ruth Baker from Elizabethtown. All right, let's go full screen and see what's happening on Max HD radar and satellite combined. So we've got some various colors. It looks like it's just rain, very light rain to the south, and then the pink could be some light freezing rain and maybe a few snowflakes off to the north. But as you take a closer look, a lot of this is not touching the ground. It probably is for some areas west of Interstate 65. But let me know there, who was that in Elizabethtown? Lydia Lewis from Louisville, thanks for watching. Yes, Joanne, we're happy about that. So Ruth Baker, let me know if you're seeing anything outside. Want full participation here in the comments. Let us know what's happening out your window, because again, even though there's a lot of colors on the radar, there's just not been much hitting the ground so far because of the very dry air at the surface. Okay, so that is the winter storm warning in the dark blue out west around Paducah, St. Louis, and southwest, and then the light blue color, that's the winter weather advisory until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, and that includes the southern 2-tier counties in southern Indiana, and then the northern 2 or 3 tiers of counties in Kentucky. So southern Indiana counties down to the bluegrass, western Kentucky parkways. And this is the icing product with our FutureCast, and it shows very light icing. It's showing like less than 1/10 of an inch over southern Indiana, but that's enough to, you know, on the bridges and overpasses, untreated roads, side roads, less traveled roads, could cause some issues with some slippery spots. And that's what this winter weather is all about. We're not going to see any big accumulation out of this. This is just for the chance for some light icing across the areas with temperatures that just did not warm up today. So take a look. The ground temperatures, by the way, the pavement temperatures earlier this evening were in the 40s. Since it's below freezing now, they'll probably drop into the 30s here pretty soon. So initially, this will be melting on contact with the roads, and it won't be a big deal. It's very light in intensity, but there might be a brief period of time where it comes down with enough intensity. We could get a light covering on the roadways as well to make it a little bit slick out there. Out west, and Paducah had some reports of some slick roadways. So back to full screen, we are at 31 in Louisville. So once we get some precip, might be some light sleet, might be a little bit of freezing rain. And then you see upper 20s in Seymour, Scottsburg, Paoli, Bedford. We've got 29 in Elizabethtown. Columbia, Kentucky is the only one that is currently actually above freezing right now. And live look out there now, 31 feels like the 20s with the northeast wind at around 5 to 10. Dew point 23, humidity starting to go up a little bit at 72%. So here is FutureCast. So that was quick. Let's go back. So this is what it's picking up with the weather model data. And this batch just kind of fizzles out over the next several hours. And we get kind of a mostly dry period overnight, although there might be a little mist, a little drizzle, which would be freezing mist and drizzle. It can create a light glaze. And that pink that you see in north of Interstate 64, this is around 7 to 8 o'clock. That could still provide a very, very light glaze of some icing, especially the untreated surfaces. So very, very light stuff through the overnight. And then watch this. This is just cold rain. Nasty stuff right there. 30s and downpours. Just lovely. So that's 4 p.m. tomorrow. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nothing that we want right there. I don't know anyone who likes cold rain. And don't lie about it in the comments. Nobody likes cold rain, but that's what we're going to have tomorrow. We got Regina Jewel, drizzling in Litchfield. Thank you very much for that report. Angela says no precip. Just looking over some of your comments, looking to see what's happening. Still dry in Pee Wee Valley. Rain in Madison. Thank you. Salem. Beth Bowers from Salem. Orange County has some light icing. Thank you very much, Amber, for that. Just darkness for Jeff. Thank you. So Lori says hailing. That's probably sleet that you're talking about there, Lori, in North Vernon. Thank you for that report. Hello, Donald from Mount Washington. Ruth Baker has ice on the decks and vehicles. So Elizabethtown getting some light icing. Raining in Cecilia, so that's probably going to be freezing rain. We've got Josh from LaGrange. Thanks for tuning in here. Tiffany from Jeff. Gail Vernon, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your reports. It's been sleeting in Orleans, freezing rain in Paoli. So we got a nice little mix out there. We'll go back to the radar in just a second. So that's matching up with what we're seeing on the radar. Thank you very much for your reports. All right, let's move ahead with FutureCast. So then just reinforcing the cold air over the area with a northwest flow Friday morning, maybe squeezing out a few flurries as we get started on Friday morning flurries. And then Friday afternoon, it's going to be cold in the 30s to around 40, and it's going to stay pretty cloudy for our Friday as well. We'll take this out just a little bit further into Saturday. Saturday, the chill lingers, but we should see some sunshine return to the area. And what you'll see in the 7-day forecast after tomorrow, dry pattern, and just a slow stair step up with the temperatures until we're back to near 60 by the middle of next week. The long-range outlook looks actually pretty warm middle and end of next week. So this is the grand total rainfall, about an inch tomorrow, maybe some areas 1.5 inches. Still need to watch out near some of our area rivers for some minor flooding. So for tonight, some rain showers south, and that's probably going to be south of the parkways. And then we got this wintry mix, this light wintry mix elsewhere. And then chilly rain tomorrow, high temperature 39. Sunsets now are getting a little bit later. And then here's that quiet 7-day forecast. We've got 40 on Friday, 26 Friday night, 44 Saturday, and then 50 on Sunday. And then nicely in the mid to upper 50s next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. March 1st, 56 degrees. March 2nd, 58. And we might see some 60s actually beyond that. Some of the long-range data calling for a little bigger warm-up around that time. All right, let me get back to our radar, and we'll see what's happening here. So I think we're still waiting for it to hit the ground in Louisville. Let's do a little zooming around. Take a little tour of the radar. So we got a sleet report up in North Vernon. So what is showing as snow is actually probably sleet. The algorithms with the radar products are not perfect, so that's why we love that ground truth. What's happening in your backyard to match it up. But the precip in Brownstown, Bedford, Mitchell, probably sleet as well. Madison was maybe some light freezing rain there. And then some light freezing rain to the south around Bullitt County, Bardstown, Elizabethtown, and down into Grayson and Hart County as well. And we can plop the temperatures on there. Let me get the screen looking normal again. There we go. So yeah, when you're at below freezing and you've got some precip, it is most likely some light freezing rain. So just kind of watch your step out there. Most of the concrete and the asphalt is still above freezing. So probably not going to cause many travel issues as this batch very light precip moves through, and it looks like it'll be kind of dissipating as it does. But just in case, we've got that winter weather advisory across much of the area from Madison to Salem to Paley and Jasper, south to Bardstown, Elizabeth, and Litchfield. Does include Frankfort, Newcastle, Shelbyville, LaGrange, New Albany, Sellersburg, Scottsburg, Brandenburg, Hardinsburg. So winter weather advisory, again, that goes until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Just watching out for the potential for some slick bridges, overpasses, and things like that. All right, we've got sleet in Scottsburg. Thank you, Michelle, for that report there. Sleet in Terre Haute for Katie Schaefer. Thanks for watching, Katie. Stephanie, you're very welcome. Currently freezing rain in Brandenburg. That makes a lot of sense. Laura in Marengo has freezing rain. So yeah, just kind of watch your step out there just in case it gets a little bit slick tomorrow morning. It looks like we may have quite a few school delays tomorrow morning. Probably delays since it's going to be very light, and then temperatures go above freezing a little bit later in the morning, and we're just going to have a cold rain during much of the day tomorrow. So maybe that 2-hour delay might be enough. We'll kind of wait and see. So kids might get to sleep in a little bit where we have this winter weather advisory. All right, we'll have the latest radar, FutureCast, all that good stuff coming up in about an hour and 22 minutes on WHS 11 News, The Night Team. Thanks for tuning in here tonight. Sleep well, have a peaceful night, and we'll see you.